first bit. Here we try a few. Got it.
Oh, nailed. There it is.
Got it in one.
Well, I'm here to teach you fire safety.
Oh, buttery biscuits.
Oh,
Looking forward to the Willie comma.
hell yeah. So yeah, still debating moving this back to 7, but that means I need 4 more Friday at 8s.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Could find 4 more shows.
I don't even know. I don't even know what I want to do. I don't even know what I should do. I know this bitch is about to die. I feel like I should plug it in rather than let it die. I don't know.
Classic. Hey, wait, I've got a new complaint. Forever indebted to your presence now. Hey, wait, I got a new complaint. Forever indebted to your priceless advice. Hey, wait, I got a new complaint. Forever indebted to your priceless advice.
It's not hey Wayne, is it?
No. Hey, Wayne. Let's go and play hockey.
Well, it's still what it sounds like. To me. That's probably a me problem.
It's not only real, it is new.
Jimmy, what's that? Can you hear me?
Hi,
Cameron,
Molly.
can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi,
Oh
Molly.
my god. The pugs can hear you too.
Who?
The pugs.
Oh, hi, pugs. It's me speaking in pug.
Alright, let's see real quick if we can hear Molly. Well, I mean, we can hear Molly, but if Molly's got a good level. Hey, Molly.
Hey.
Hey, talk
My pugs think Cameron's outside.
Huh?
Talk a little bit, Molly.
But my pugs think Cameron is outside.
Oh, nice.
And Eric's taking them outside to check right now to see if Cameron is outside. But they believe he is.
I technically am outside your apartment.
Yeah, they're like growling out there. I don't know if it's like they want to attack you or they're like excited to see you.
It's been a minute, but I like to think they remember me.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll probably attack you with kisses. That's what Eric said.
Are we in pre-show, Justin?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Can people hear me? Okay.
Like somewhere else.
Molly, one time I remember, I think the first night that I met someone whose name I won't say, but I think you'll remember this.
Great.
They made me very mad, and you, with the help of Piles, which is my chosen name for your dog, helped calm me down. You remember that?
I do remember that. I don't remember the person though.
You remember what?
I don't remember the person though.
Oh.
I gotta think about it.
Yeah. Improviver, of course. Took the game very seriously. And I was only proxying for somebody, so I wasn't, paying attention to the rules post game.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Old goss.
couple more minutes. Still waiting for Willie. Still waiting for a couple theoretical audience members. I think I rewrote all of the intros and everything. I don't know.
You rewrote all of the intros?
Well, I think the ones that I sent you were the finished copy. Normally, I don't have enough time, so I'll just cut and paste from a previous show, and then finish the writing of them before the show. But I think we're set.
Where's that Willie?
The view good. Gotta get the view right. Okay, Cameron, have you been watching Survivor?
I
am.
I'm caught up 2 weeks in. What do you think?
I like it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I think it's a good cast so far. It's interesting. I love the way Q said Jelensky.
Yeah.
Jelensky. It's like so funny to me.
I got the perfect amount of Jelensky. I didn't need a single other second, but I'm glad we had him for how long we did.
Yeah. I was about to pick him. We're in a draft with some of our friends. And we didn't do a draft, which I don't know why. We completely forgot.
Yeah.
The chat, the I Love Felicia chat.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we'll
I
get back.
almost chose Zelensky in my draft, but then I didn't. And thank goodness I didn't.
Yeah, you avoided a real wet part there.
Yeah, Zelensky. Zelensky. Q is on my team. I love you.
Okay,
he was my
yeah.
He was my second pick.
Okay.
I was bummed. What was the woman who just got voted off? What was her name?
Okay, if anybody's watching Survivor and hasn't watched this week, I'll listen. What was her name? Oh, Jess.
Anna?
Jess.
Jess.
She got voted off right after she ate the.
Yeah, I was
idiot.
bummed out for her. But, I get it. You have to talk game to everybody, basically, or you will get voted out.
Yeah.
So that was a bummer. And that immunity challenge was brutal. That one sucked.
Yeah. Dude, I still can't get over, and then you're gonna see the biggest gecko you've ever encountered. And it's just like, okay, why are there giant geckos in this challenge? And it seems like such a big deal, but you're never gonna see them again.
I feel like if I was in charge of Survivor merchandise, they'd be selling giant, body pillow geckos right now. Survivor-themed body pillow geckos that are authentically as big as the ones they were hauling in that challenge.
Yeah. They're close to a theme park, probably. Survivor theme park.
Yeah. Wild. It's good. It's a good show. It's good TV. Between that and Jeopardy, that's really almost all I have time to watch. Survivor and Jeopardy. And the 2-hour cuts are so good. It is such a better show 2 hours at a time.
You know what else is great? Banu.
Oh, who? The guy?
Banu.
Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And then close the fist. He's so dramatic. I love it.
Me too. It's he'd probably be annoying to be friends with.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could handle that amount of drama, but man, he's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I don't want him to go
organizing a road trip and somebody invites Banu and you're just thinking about 3 hours in the car on the way there, 3 hours in the car on the way back with Banu.
All right.
Jesse's like the Banu. Stop.
Jesse, you're such a Bonnie.
Oh, if I had a nickel.
Yeah.
Just period. Just if I had a nickel.
Please,
all.
anything?
If you would be so kind. Hey everybody. Everybody. I'm gonna keep an ear open for the door. We've got some people that paid for this program. We'll see.
Snakies.
They sound nice. Yeah. But do they sound open-minded? That's the real question. Come on in.
Good to have you. Welcome. They're here.
No, not there, please.
Oh, yeah. Don't harass the people.
The world is yours.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're here to enjoy the goodness of a show that. Do we know anything about that? Have we? No? All right.
Sweet.
It's goodness. That's all you.
Yeah, it's good times. It's good times.
It's my favorite show to do.
It is.
It's a great show.
I enjoy it. And
I love that you agreed with me that
Well,
it's
I mean,
my
it's-
favorite show to do.
it is of my favorite shows to have done as well. Otherwise, why have we been spending 11 years on this? Why? Why would we do such a thing?
Mm-hmm.
That's nonsense. Okay, Molly, yeah, I think Molly's going to be framed up enough. Hi, guys. Sorry, we're doing pre-show stuff, even though we're streaming. It's a whole thing. It's confusing. This whole thing is confusing. Good to see ya. Good to, ooh, what's
Whoa.
the mouse? Ooh, hey there.
Skitter.
Yeah. So we'll get into it with the intro. The intro explains it. But these folk had about a day and a half to write some stuff that I sent them, and now they've done that, and they'll be reading it for the first time. It's good times.
Probably the last,
Well, usually. How are you, everybody? Cameron, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good day.
Good.
Yeah.
That's
and I was
always nice
talking
to
about
hear.
it with my girlfriend before I came over here, and I was like trying to figure out why.
Don't figure it out.
Well, I was just like, she's like, "How was work?" And I was just like, "It was good." And that's not usually my
No.
my response is usually a qualified good. It's like it was good, but but I was just like, it was good.
My responses when I
and then
get
I-
home are usually just guttural noises.
And then I realized it was just pure good because one coworker wasn't there,
Oh.
and that kind of felt like a shitty epiphany to have.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
That's not great.
If any of my coworkers are watching, you know who I'm. You might know who I don't know.
Oh, I hope not.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
But I can see that. I'm
Yeah.
too new in my position to know.
Mm-hmm.
Though I got some warnings like before I went there,
Yeah.
and so far they haven't been that bad.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I imagine state workers are just a bunch of Dilberts,
Sure.
Well, no, because Dilbert's like a weird, like, corporate office. State work is much more like kind of like adult daycare vibes, I think.
That's what I'd heard.
Yeah. But they probably are working here pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's nothing but BC and Family Circus over there.
Yeah. Just Kathy. It's just ack. Just so much ack. Willie, what's going on?
Well, you had a good day. It was the worst possible day I've ever had.
Oh, really?
No,
I would hope
just wanted
not.
to
We can't
be-
balance out the universe.
Be
Just
edgy.
be good.
I just wanted to cause a ruckus.
Oh no! Just be joyful.
That was cool.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
no. Yeah, you'll see how good it was by the quality that I
Oh.
hold in my hand here.
Well, that sounds more like a threat than. So I hope
You
it was
did
good.
this.
All right. Hey, Molly.
Hey.
How are things?
Things are good.
Yeah.
Spring has sprung.
Oh, I guess it's
Uh-huh.
getting there. I guess. From what I understand, we're losing an hour Sunday. Is
Yeah,
that what-
losing an hour
Yeah.
this weekend, and meteorological spring has started, but
Wow.
astrological spring has not started.
Okay. Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's,
Yeah.
no, that's just being finicky.
Yeah.
Well, don't want to spend all the good stuff. We want to make sure that we're
Save the gold.
We're still just letting people arrive.
I got plenty of bullets.
Hey, Jesse,
Yes.
do I sound okay?
I believe so.
Okay, Eric walked in and looked concerned because he was watching in the other room. But then he left. So.
Molly, you can just keep sound checking as long as you want.
Thanks.
Oh, okay. Feel free. No, I'm pretty
Eric.
sure you were good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right.
Eric, let us know in the chat why you walked in here concerned.
Oh, couldn't find Niles.
He's under the bed.
The Baba Yaga's outside.
Oh, suddenly our house has chicken legs. Is that how that
Probably
works?
looking for Cameron.
All right.
I'm
Well,
not there.
Now we've got Emma just
Where is
roaming
he?
around. We don't have curious. I couldn't get it in time, so I bought some extra OPB. Okay. Well,
I'm down
really,
with that.
we were just waiting for Emma to show up. That's all it was. We don't want to dawdle too long, so
No.
that our
Emma.
new friends, we test their patience farther. We
Yeah.
gotta get into the actual show and hook them.
Yeah.
This pre-show ramble nonsense doesn't hook people; it chases people away. So we have to cut that short. I'm sure there was
Well, but we're good ramblers, so you're not talking about us.
no,
No.
it's me. It's all on me.
But yeah.
I'm sure we got a cold open in there somewhere. Looking for Niles. That's cold open. If I get back to editing these shows, I have so little time to do anything anymore. It's fine. I won't complain. Everything's fine.
You're doing great.
Everything's good.
Things-
And we've got Emma Haney with stickers.
Woo! Haniacs, rise up!
Yeah, Haniacs
yeah.
assemble. And Emma has to be in the farthest corner of the room.
Maniacal.
All right, let's start the gosh darn program and prove that it's a show. Not just some jackasses hanging around on stage just chit-chatting. All right. Hey, I actually changed the screen in time. Let's do the thing. Oh, no, which one? I think it's that one. Why do I have the other one on the... I'm sorry. Here we go.
Roughly 24 to 92 hours ago, Stab's team of comedy scientists commissioned 3 specific humorists to give various potentially comedic takes on several random topics, which they will now perform for the first and likely last time in front of a live studio audience in a show called
That's you.
Stab.
This is Stab, a Sacramento institution since 2013, and in and out of Sacramento institutions also since 2013. Now let's introduce tonight's panel. Our first panelist once spotted a dolphin. Benching 450 at Planet Fitness in Van Nuys. He's a fantastic writer and performer. It's Kameron Schmid.
Hi.
Our second panelist believes in the power of positive swearing. He's an amazing comedian. It's Willie Travis. And our third panelist owns more acres of land on the moon than appliances that she bought new for herself. She's a gosh darn Stab show gem. It's Molly Doan.
Get off my moonland.
And I'm your host, Jesse Jones. I glow faintly in the dark. I grew up in some bad neighborhoods. Welcome to the Stab Show. Hey, want to make your car as cool as it can possibly be after an early Saturday night in Midtown? Then just tune in to KUTZ 103.1 FM at 11 p.m. and laugh all the way home. Or if you're already home, kutzfm.org, though that will have no effect on your car's coolness. Now, let's meet tonight's panel. Cameron!
Hi, Jesse.
Sorry, that was high-pitched. Hi, Cameron. How are you?
Hi, Jesse.
Hi there. Hey, bud. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
I had a good day.
That's, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
If you guys were here for the pre-show, oh, man, Patreon exclusive.
Patreon
You had to be there.
pre-show.
You really did.
Or Twitch or the YouTube archive.
Yeah. Well, good.
Yeah.
Up to anything creative? This is, see, in the pre-show, we talk about just what's going on, how in the actual show intro, we get into the, hey,
our
creative
do
endeavor on the boil.
Our bona fides.
Yeah.
Between this show and the last time was on Stab, me and Milk did our first rendition
Yes.
of Poking Around.
I was looking forward to that yesterday, but that did not happen.
Milk is out of
Milk's
town,
out of town,
and we didn't
yeah.
have time to record an episode before Milk
Yeah.
left for being out of town. So no poking around this month. It'll
Yeah.
come back next month.
So what's
but
the poking around about?
Poking around is a once every first Thursday of the month show where I play a Pokemon game. Right now we're gonna play Pokemon Leaf Green. It is completely randomized, so it's chaotic in that way. And I can only catch the first Pokemon I meet in every single route, so it's chaotic that way. And if any of them faint, they're dead. They don't get I can't just bring them back.
Yeah.
If they faint once, they're dead. So far, a lot of Pokemon have died. I've had to restart. Our first episode, we'd start over like 4 times.
Yeah.
And then also,
Also,
Milk, who is a very talented artist, is like drawing stuff as we are making up canon facts about these Pokemon and their personalities. For instance, our first team, which did entirely die, was like a making the band situation where I was an agent trying to put together the next hot supergroup. They were all made of Pokemon, and they all died, which is very tragic. But honestly, probably would have made them a big deal.
Sure.
Very mediocre musicians often get big bumps from dying.
Oh, yeah.
Not naming names.
The Sublime effect, as it were. Oh, eat it. Sublime is terrible.
I don't pray. Might do a funeral dirge version of Santeria. So that's poking around. It'll come back first Thursday next month. Very excited. And that, so that's the big creative endeavor between this time and last time I was on Stab.
Sure.
And then I'm still hosting bar trivia once every week. Sac City Brews in Tahoe Park, Tuesdays, 6:30. Come on down. Me, my girlfriend Sierra co-hosts that. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Good food, good beer, and 5 prizes every night. And then we're hosting once a month on a floating Thursday at the Empress Tavern downtown.
Just expanding.
So this March 28th will be our second time doing that. The Empress Tavern's a beautiful bar. And they give out some crazy prizes because they are connected to the crest. So like last time we gave out a whole a whole team's worth of tickets to Flubber.
Oh, of course.
A couple tickets to see Colin Mockery and Brad Hall do Not Whose Line.
Yes.
And a bunch of other stuff. So trivia stream, and I want a show here on the stage again eventually.
Yes, please.
Let's keep talking about that.
Well, awesome. Good that you got stuff going on, and the
I'll say all that again in about an hour.
Yes.
I don't know why I did that.
Trivia's expanding. Good.
Yeah, we're doing cool stuff. It's having a good time.
Well, awesome. Good to have you, Cameron. Hey, Willie. Hey there, buddy. How are you?
Great.
Yeah?
Great.
Yeah.
Doing scrumdiddlyumptious.
Sure. Well, I mean,
adjective.
Can't ask for much more than scrumdiddlyumptious.
That's pretty up there.
Yeah.
Cool, man. I'm just, I love doing Stab. It makes me right, and God knows I need that.
Well, we love having you around. Anything else exciting going on?
It's just kind of working on some stuff.
All right.
Kind of throwing around, a few different ideas that kind of, get back into the recording audio space again.
Nice.
I haven't been here with Willie listening in a while, but we're gonna bring it back.
Cool.
As humans say, someone says that.
Somebody.
Someplace.
Pretty sure somebody said that once.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Good to have you.
Thank you, sir.
And Molly Doan.
Hello.
Hi there, Molly, down in Los Angeles.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. Today was a little stressful. One of my dogs, he really loves eating. He's really cute, and another cute thing about him, besides being cute, is that he loves eating dandelions, both puffs and yellow flowers.
Okay.
But a couple years ago, he was doing this, and a bee stung him in his wrinkles, in his little face wrinkles.
No.
He's a pug, and so we've always been on the watch. And today, he was out on a walk today, and I guess a bee was in his mouth, but the bee flew away. So it's like, okay, did he get stung in the mouth? Because last time he got stung, his face puffed up, and so it was stressful. And this dude, he just he'll eat freaking 20 dandies while he's out there. He's just, I think I've talked to Cameron about this before.
I think I remember this. Yeah.
Sucking on dandies.
Sucking on a dandelion
Freeze.
outside the Tasty Freeze. Yeah, there was a whole song.
Yeah,
Wow.
my dog he loves to eat dandelions. So it was stressful today, but then I wrote this stuff, so I'm feeling good.
Well, good.
I'm repping my Sparks hat.
Oh.
Sparks, the band.
A band of basketball players.
Oh, okay.
right.
I thought you were okay. Hey, still a valid Sparks.
Yeah, wearing my band cap.
I thought you were talking
My
about
band ball
Sparks,
cap.
the art rock-ish band.
No, I'm into sports. I'm into women's basketball.
Yeah. Rest
Clearly.
in peace, the Monarchs.
Well,
Real
yeah.
sport.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Monarchs.
All right.
Champions.
Gave me enough
Champions.
time to fix. We didn't have. All right. You don't need to know what I fixed while we were chatting.
It was some listeners at home. It was something in his slacks.
Uh,
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna
Well-
Freedom of Information Act your ass.
Yeah. Well, good to have you back, Molly. Sorry, may have been another bee attack on one of the. But how really, how do you know when a pug's face is swelling up?
Well, they'll get like pissed. They'll start digging their face in the floor.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
Because
he did
visually,
that.
it's not.
This
What if
guy,
it puffs
he's
up so
gotta-
much that they don't
he's
have
gotta
wrinkles?
just
No.
pause before he eats these dandelions. My
Nope.
God.
Just wolfing them down. Don't try and control this dog.
Take him.
Just as his caretaker, it doesn't feel responsible to let him eat like 20 dandelions every
Well,
morning.
let them live their best life.
Fair enough.
All right, into the gosh darn program. It's segment 1. It's reorganization. Stab TV has been a thing, if you can believe it, for over 4 years. And when we decided to do the thing, we chose Twitch as our preferred platform. We've made a lot of new friends and extended the theater's reach globally, with people popping in for streams from almost every continent. Of course, that's not all high fives and cookie parties all the time. Sometimes we get a little YHBT, or you have been trolled. I could get into Twitch trolls right now, but we only have an hour show. So instead, just know it's not great, and we'll move on from there. And now that you know what YHBT stands for to some, let's quickly forget about that, and instead give me who or what else YHBT might stand for or represent to you, Kameron Schmid. Let's hear your YHBT.
The Last Restaurant Review of My Career by J.S. Petersons, multi-time James Beard Award nominee. It was bound to happen. Human civilization has existed for hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. And nearly as long as we've been living, we've been cooking. Putting aside petty arguments, there is indefatigable proof that in that time we have progressed, if not constantly, then steadily, in the cuisinal arts. But I have now seen the decline, and it shook me to my foodie core, which once resembled a roaring furnace in a log cabin, and now looks more like a duct tape-covered wall unit in the bedroom of a halfway home. When was the peak? Far be it from me to declare it for us all. For my money, and dear reader, the salary for food critics is shrinking faster than the ice caps. The peak occurred in 2017 when Chef Joaquin Smith Radio Jr. served me a medley of fats and fruits on an origami swan made of half-hydrated kale. Since then, I thought perhaps a plateau bided time for the next advancement. However, I must report that we are now precipitously facing the ground we once crawled on as a species. It may be a long way down, but gravity is among the strongest forces on Earth, and it appears the future of the food industry also happens to be wearing cement shoes and a solid lead neckerchief. I should note, my verbosity is not meant to fill my word count, friends. You are reading the grieved wails of a man who has lost a great love. In that way, the passionate arrangement between myself and cuisine, local and international, is the same as the relationship between Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick. Sometimes inflammatory, sometimes dormant, but always on, never off, and with a tragic prequel of vehicular manslaughter. Anyhow, yesterday I went to the newest restaurant in Jackson Hole, Absquito. Note the lowercase a and mandatory period at the end of the name. How very Russian. Upon arriving, the course menu first let me know that abscido is a Latin verb meaning to cut off, to separate, take away, and that the mission of the restaurant was to cut off, take away, and separate us from our preconceived notion of food. A fine quest, if a bit audacious. My dining partner, a less red-faced than usual Danny Bonaducci, seemed eager to try. Perhaps that should have been the first toll of dread. As I looked further down the course menu, I noticed one solitary line. This prefix menu had one option only. Danny said to me. Admittedly, I glowered back to him that the word option necessitates more than one. This was not an option. This was a mandate in the matter of the one given by God when he allegedly created Adam. Live. Well, both in character and wardrobe, I am no Adam. I would not complain and ask for female companionship. Danny Bonaducci is a better table mate than Eve could ever aspire to be, apple or no. And I like to cover my bodice with more than a single leaf, thank you. Anyhow, the single line on this menu comprised of 4 words and the same amount of syllables. If you go there now, it will say the same and you can see it for yourself. Quote, Yam, ham, bam time. After reading it aloud with a voice that suggested I just received notice that my long-dead granny had been revived and promptly shot by a ghoul hunter, I turned to Danny. Only one of those 2 words are food, or only 2 of those words are food, Danny Bonaducci. It was then that we were met with the company of head chef and owner Vermilion Exwali. A montage of modern food tropes that had latched on to an elder millennial and gotten a host of forearm tattoos. His mustached mouth welcomed us and told us to expect service in 10 minutes or, quote, your time back. Danny laughed at the understated jape, but I scowled the way a wounded stock animal might when it sees Farmer Judd approach with the blunt shovel. When the Yam Ham Bam time arrived on Frisbees ironically sourced from Beach Hut Deli, I felt the urge to crawl under the table and clutch Danny's ankles like a child hoping Daddy's dinner's guest would leave soon. What I saw was a dastardly triumvirate of cured meat, root vegetable, and literal firework. Was it more chicken cordon bleu or beef Wellington? To be literal, it was a chunk of ham, stuffed inside a hastily hollowed yam, with a piccolo Pete on top like some kind of birthday candle. Just like in youth, nobody asked me if I wanted to turn 1-year-old. It simply happened when the time came. Chef Vermilion struck a match, lit off fireworks, and we were instructed to ingest the entire hunks before the screaming stopped. As I ate this racquetball marinated in crotch salts, I wondered, was Uncle Gerald right? Should I have been an engineer? I finished it, and then quickly gave Danny the Heimlich, as he had begun eating the construct Piccolo Pete first and immediately choked. We left without paying, and I don't know if I will ever be brave enough to go to a new restaurant ever again. As it turns out, Yam Ham Bam time is midnight on the doomsday clock of my journey with food. I give Abscido 1 hamburger helper glove out of 5, and I retire.
Wow. Oh, Kameron Schmid.
Thank you.
Could new viewers and listeners ask for a better introduction?
Hey, that's a high compliment. That's
yeah.
high praise.
Yeah, that is it's a figurative slab of ham stuffed inside of a yam.
Yes.
With a piccolo Pete on top to digest as your first.
Do we all know what piccolo Petes are?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad we all got that part. It's
Yam ham bam time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Seth.
Thank you. I don't know if it would have been worse if it was like a jumping jack on top of it, so it just spun out of control off the table.
I was trying to think of what firework would be best, but I liked the idea of like
screaming.
Yeah, you had to get it down before the piccolo Pete finished screaming.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a challenge.
Especially if it's a thick cut of ham and yam.
God damn it. Thank you, Kameron.
Thanks, Jesse.
Hey, Willie.
Hello there.
Well, let's see how different 2 responses can be. Willie Travis, let's hear your, yes, we're still doing this, YHBT.
I didn't know what to do, man. Like the first thing that came to my mind was yellow heated butter talk, and what do you got there? Like, a podcast about melted butter in a pan. That's probably, it's probably not that bad since butter's like the spice of life, right? But then I said to myself, no, because I don't know that much about butter. So I said, you hate baby takers. That's. I mean, you hate them, right? You hate them.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
You hate them.
I mean, if we're talking about people who abduct babies, then yes. Who could like those?
Baby take. No, that wasn't a good one. That's why we're not talking about that one anymore. Yo. How about tahini? As a good salt substitute, you know what I mean? It's probably less sodium. I didn't search for the nutritional facts. I didn't do the research for that one. Your host bottom tier. You should probably get your whole game up. I'm sorry to break it to you, Playboy, but in the end, I realized that it's short for like you can you can make it yours.
Sure.
It was inside of us the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh,
everything that the light touches will.
There we must not go.
Oh, thank you, Willie Travis.
Yeah,
thank you for that. You are appreciated. Nay, beloved. Molly Doan. Let's wrap up our reorganizing with what you've got in the way of a YHBT.
Okay, cool. Jesse.
Yes.
Jesse.
Yes.
Before I get into this, I do need to know something.
Okay.
What do you drive? Do you drive a car?
Yes.
And it has 4 doors and a trunk.
Yes.
And you're a fan of keeping the roads safe.
I mean, sure.
And not wasting the world's valuable resources.
Yeah.
So you're YHBT. You hate big trucks.
I mean,
Shh, Jesse, we have to be quiet.
Sorry.
We use YHBT because if we said that you hate big trucks out loud, the big truck people could hear us, and that would be bad. Because the people that drive these big dumb trucks are always really mad for some reason, and they're driving big trucks. They could run you over and turn you into Jesse Pebbles in 2 seconds flat. And we'd have to call you Little Jesse Pebbles because, you're little pebbles.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you agree, YHBT, you hate big trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So we can talk openly about these stupid fucking trucks that take up the whole road and they eat up gas and they're scary to drive by. And whenever you're driving and you see one of these trucks on the road, it's like one of those jump scare videos. And you're driving and you're enjoying a lovely song, maybe something by Train, something by Carly Rae Jepsen. And then all of a sudden, a big scary mummy zombie appears. But instead of a big scary mummy zombie, it's a big ugly truck driven by a very tan, very white man named Keith. They're too big. These trucks are too big. They take up too much space. Driving on the same road as these big trucks feels like dribbling a basketball while the big boulder from Indiana Jones chases you. It feels like playing Pac-Man, but as one of the pellets. It feels like you're a frog covered in A1 sauce and you're walking next to a hungry alligator. It feels like you're going to the bathroom and then a sumo wrestler named Brock is playing Buck Cherry and he comes into the stall and also tries to go to the bathroom. Driving next to these trucks, it feels like when you're like, oh my God, yeah, this is like Final Destination shit. It's like I'm a baby named Bobby and these trucks are a T-Rex and tap shoes. They're also bad for the environment. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh yeah, the world is burning. I would like to contribute, please. It's like, oh yeah, sea turtles and elephants might not exist anymore, but look how big these wheels are. It's like, oh yeah, limited resources. Let me see how high I can drive off the ground and how much I can spend on gas. I love gas. Give me gas in my baba. And the types of people that drive these big dumb trucks, I don't want to generalize, but they're the type of people that like are obsessed with drinking milk. And they're the type of people that put ranch on Mexican food. They're the types of people that put ranch on Italian food. They're the type of people that put ranch on Indian food. They're the type of people that secret pee in the hot tub. They're the type of people that puts a heavy F on the word fuck and fucker. They're the type of people who at the dog park sound like this when they call their dogs. Rex, Zorro, come, Zorro, Rex, don't worry, they're trained. They're the types of people who have nightmares about RuPaul chasing them. They're the types of people who believe it's a good possibility someone is going to steal their mailbox because it's a nice mailbox. They're the type of people who, when shopping for sunglasses, if they're not in the shapes of upside down rhombuses, not interested. Big mistake. Huge.
Wow.
And there's just a couple more of these. They're the type of people who they don't wipe unless it's sludge, and they don't wash their hands whether it's sludge or not sludge. They're also the type of people who get their wives Swiffer mops as an anniversary gift, and then after their wives make dinner, they ask their wife, "Oh, do you like your Swiffer? Hey, I think I know something even stiffer than that Swiffer. Come on, Laura. I promise I'll take care of you this time. Let's put on some buck cherry." So you see, Jesse, YHBT, it has to be kept secret now because the big trucks and the truck people, they're scary and unwell, but our cause is valid and it needs to be talked about. Yeah. And I'm happy to hear out, the big truck pro people argument. But in my opinion, if you're not transporting a bunch of hay to some hungry horses or helping your friends move every weekend, you should not have a big, stupid truck.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah. That's fair. There we are. There it is. Oh, just the gambit of potential responses.
Yeah.
Well done,
I think we covered
one and all. Segment 2, it's Topical Haiku Challenge. You guys had done all the other segment 2s, so we're haikuing it. You cannot leave. No. No. Yeah, you got a show. Boo, boo, boo. All right. Segment 2, it's Topical Haikus. It's Oscar time, apparently. Movie award season has been in full swing, and I couldn't tell you one winner of even one thing from anybody. I'm not saying that as a brag, more as a sad comment on my current busyness. But other people care a lot about entertainment awards. You, perhaps? Let's say yes and move forward with some haikuing. This edition of Topical Haiku Challenge is an Oscar edition, or I guess any trophy-given event about the watchies. I don't know. But let's hear 3 haiku each about the Oscars or what other various award shows of the seasons. Oh, and I forgot. This requires accompaniment. All right.
Classic haiku music.
Yes. Very traditional. Very traditional. All right, so we go 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3 times around with yeah. That's you're keeping your torso and everything above the waist very still, so that is classic Irish dancing. Let's hear some haikus, some Oscar haikus. Starting with you, Cameron. Let's hear your first of 3 Oscar award season haikus.
Hoyt van Hoytema. He composed Oppenheimer. Name has same sound twice.
Yeah.
Hoyt van Hoytema.
Yeah. Give him a trophy just for that.
Yeah.
Willie, first of 3 award season haiku, go.
Not really into Oscars. I mean, Grouch maybe, but the others, no, I'm good.
Yeah. That's fair. I know nothing about anything that came out this year. Nope. Or last year. I guess it's last year. I don't even know. Oppenheimer. Molly, let's hear your first of 3 awards season haiku.
Okay, mine is centered around the Razzies, which is the awards that are, I guess, tomorrow or tonight, about the really bad movies.
Yes.
And there's one on there that I'm really pissed about, and so that's what this is about.
Oh, all right.
My first haiku: a triumph, Winnie, the Pooh of blood and honey. Killer Pooh is great.
All right. All right.
I forgot that came out.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Well, did you see all the Steamboat Willie horror movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
There's a game too.
Of course, naturally.
This one's decent. This one's good.
Cool.
All right, I'll believe you in 2 more haiku. Cameron, second time around, award season haiku go.
What was I made for? Good question, Barbie and Ken. Mattel's profits. Fuck!
All right, sure. I mean, did more Barbies really sell? I would assume, I guess, but I don't know. Did people really rush out?
Pumping them out.
I guess. Thought we were already just at a steady pace of Barbie consumption. Didn't think they would sell anyway. But that's why they make Transformer movies.
We need to make a Barbie movie for print journalism. Bring that back.
Oh.
That was personal. Sorry.
Yeah. Just because your field is dying doesn't mean. Willie! Haiku 2 about the award seasons. What you got?
And the best picture goes to. Wait, who won last year? Was it the blacks or the whites?
Yeah. Gotta. Oscars. Yes. Yeah. I can't comment further. Molly! Movie award haikus. Second one. About something, probably. Go ahead.
Piglet is there too. They work together to kill Christopher Robin.
Spoilers, Molly.
It's not. I didn't say if they did or not.
It's implied.
You want to know why you want to watch this? I'm trying to sell it to you, man.
Okay, all right.
It's a haiku. That's vulnerable.
Molly is a single issue haiku.
Yeah. Oh no. They're getting their message out to the people that need to hear it.
If I can't write an essay, I don't know what to freaking do. I keep it simple.
I know. I almost specifically included haikus and poems to rein in this show. That's not true. You guys just did everything else. Cameron, let's wrap up. Third time around. Haiku and about award season. What you got to go?
Past Lives is about a lady who loves 2 men. Property Brothers.
All right.
That's my dream cast. If they did it again.
Oh man.
It's just 2. It's Property Brothers.
Yeah. Just give it a little time. You have to have a little distance to be able to do the remake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Willie, award season haiku 3 go.
Man, these Oscars really suck. I'm gonna make my own with slot machines and hookers.
Makes everything better.
You know it.
And Molly, let's wrap up some topical haikuing with your third of 3 about it could be anything, really.
Yeah. So this is kind of a spoiler, but if you're on the fence about Winnie the Pooh of Blood and Honey, here you go.
Yeah.
Pooh has a power.
Oh.
He can summon bees telepathically. Come on, man.
You know what? Hold on. I have to do this clumsily. You sold me. I think you sold me.
Check it out.
Oh, I gotta move it. There we go. Telepathic bee powers. Did not see that coming. All right, fine.
The selling point.
I'm still not gonna watch it.
There's already a sequel coming out.
Oh, of course. It was good enough to make it. Well, they probably made it for $35. So yeah, whatever they made was boffo.
Well, they put Pooh in overalls, which is wild.
Yeah, he canonically does not have
That's
bottoms.
part.
Yeah.
Overalls are mostly bottom.
Yeah, that completely goes against.
It also would be much
Not my
scarier
Pooh.
if he was not wearing pants.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I've always thought. Segment 3, it's closing arguments. The law is just and righteous and swift. Gotcha. I'm sorry. I couldn't keep a straight face when saying such outrageous nonsense. The law is a game that those with the means with which to afford it play to see just how much they can get away with. It's good times. The point is that the rights and wrongs of things aren't as important as convincing a jury that you didn't mean it and will do better next time. I don't know. But in closing arguments, your task is to convince this jury of dum-dums that your client isn't nearly as bad as they might seem with your closing argument in defense of the following garbage-ass things. So go on. Bend the rules. Legally. Kameron Schmid.
Yes.
Ugh.
Me?
No, not you. Just
Cameron.
just your client. I forgot about this one. Cameron, have fun.
Bye.
Emma's got a show 18 blocks away.
Copy.
Yes. Cameron.
Yes.
Let's hear your closing arguments in defense of choosing the microwave directions when you're not in a hurry.
Jesse, I gave you a line during this. Do you have access to Facebook on that?
Yes.
Okay, you got some time.
Okay,
I think you'll get it open before we get there.
Congrats on the role, Jesse.
You're booked.
Yay.
You're gonna kill it.
Listen, folks. You're all on this jury because of two qualifications. One, you do not know the defendant, my client, Mr. Scheffling. Two, because like most Americans, you know what a microwave is. But I wonder, if there were a third qualification, and that third qualification was to know heartbreak, would we all not qualify? Does not every adult know the feeling of something that could have been ending before you were done? Look at Mr. Scheffling. Look at that face. Do you see the heartbreak behind those eyes? Increasingly hard to see as he has eaten his way through his feelings this past year, since his lover left him and then got married, like, really quickly. And tell me, what is a man as alone as he to eat besides the microwavable fare of the corner store? Yes, my client has been exploring options on the microwave's interface that have never been touched by a hand. Sometimes the tip of his fingers linger on buttons that still have that certain new feel. Beverage? Sure. Pour some squirt in a glass and hit that shit. Potato? You don't have fresh produce, but you have frozen crinkle-cut fries. Reheat? How does a microwave know something was previously heated? 30-second quick start? Go fuck yourself. We're typing in 30 seconds and then hitting start like a goddamn Viking. Judge, may I enter one more piece of evidence? It is this apron, once gifted to Mr. Scheffling on Valentine's Day. Mr. Scheffling, please read this apron's words loud enough for the whole courtroom to hear.
I've got more time for loving since I got my microwave oven.
Thank you, Mr. Scheffling. Now I ask you, jury, what happens when you have all that time from your microwave oven, but you have no time taken up by loving? You touch the microwave weirdly for too long, and your roommates take you to court. But then, a public defender with a minor in creative arts defends you super well. The defense arrests, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Didn't actually... Oh, I guess there was defense. It's more time.
Yeah.
No. Just throw it... We got an air fryer.
Yeah.
Back in like November or something.
Yeah.
I haven't had a microwave in like two years.
Yeah.
It's now basically a microwave.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. It's changed my life.
Yeah.
But
I need to start using mine.
Yeah. It's straightforward.
Yeah.
Air fryers.
Microwaves.
Oh no. Oh, now we fight. Willie. Well, thank you, Cameron.
Thank you.
And you're welcome for that read.
Thank you.
Willie, let's hear your closing arguments in defense of that smell that you just can't track down.
To the jury and Your Honor, I came to the conclusion and possibly believing that my client was in fact the one who has dealt it. But if you can adjust your smell-o-visions, you would see that you are clearly the ones who smelt it. Now, I'm no big city lawyer or nothing, but I am able to pick up a scent that I'm on to. It's in me. It's in my nose, my pappy nose. His pappy knows. Who knows? But you see me, I'm a scent hound. And you know what that means, Your Honor? The jury, I smell bullshit. And I don't smell it. I just don't smell it. Sometimes I play with it. Sometimes I even eat it. I can't explain that one to you. But but you try missing out on important nutrients. Sometimes a human yells, "No, bad dog," at me and pushes my face into it. I don't necessarily enjoy that part, but is it not a fact of life for every living creature on this turning rock, Your Honor? Wait, it's not? I'm a dog, is what you're saying? And I'm talking? I'll see myself.
Oh, he was just so easily convinced that this was not his lot. Oh, sounded like he was making convincing arguments. I couldn't tell.
I'm a dog, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm a dog?
Excuse me, Your Honor.
This is the first I'm hearing about this.
I must process this new information.
Pardon me.
I will recuse myself.
I'm recontextualizing a lot of things that have happened in my life.
Now I understand why I'm so afraid of rolled up newspapers. Oh, thank you, Willie. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. Molly Doan, let's wrap up some you know what we're doing. Let's wrap up closing arguments. Let's hear your closing arguments in defense of backhanded compliments.
Great. And when I do this segment, I also do a Southern lawyer.
Of course.
We'll see. It never ends up at the end. It's never a Southern lawyer. So we'll see where my accent ends up today. Okay. Backhand compliments. Great. How we all doing today, judge, jury? I'm here representing my client, backhanded compliments. And I might say, jury, you are a beautiful group of people for being a jury. To quote the skeezy and sneezy man that stands outside the bar all night and sucks on a vape that's actually a ballpoint pen. Hey, girls, you getting mad that I gave you a compliment? I was being nice to you because you don't look like girls that a lot of guys hit on, and I felt bad for you. Now. While I don't agree with his vernacular, the message is true, and we need to hold on to the message. We can't lose the message through the trees, jury. And the message here is, why are we complaining? Wasting taxpayers' money over some compliment. Backhanded compliments, yes, but compliments they are. What do you all want? A four-handed compliment? That doesn't even make a lick of sense. And me and all my clients, we know that you are not as dumb and pig ignorant as you look. To penalize backhanded compliments would be an absolute joke of the unfunniest variety. The message we are losing through the forest is that many backhanded compliments are a joke in disguise. How fun and how grateful we should all be for just to lighten up our days of dread and dreary and diarrhea. Say, jury, if Daniel Tosh was here in a turd costume, would we be throwing rotten tomatoes and deviled eggs at him? No. Then tell me why, dear jury, why the backhanded compliments, the jesters of humanity, getting pelted with rotten tomatoes and tomatillos and deviled eggs in front of our own very eyes. Just know, jury, I know you all understand what a joke is, as you are all clown-like in facial similarities. Backhanded compliments are loyal. They're as loyal as a dog in a top hat. They don't care about all the bad and really mean things that people say about you. You're all right in their book, even though nobody else likes you. They believe that it's really difficult to underestimate you, and that you're pretty on the inside. They love how you don't care what you wear or how you don't care how you come across to people. They believe you're likable when you make an effort. And your haircut makes your ugly nose look smaller. And most of all, they believe you might not be the prettiest now, but you're the funny girl. The judge. Very, come on, yeah. You're smarter than two dumb guys sharing a brain. Enough with the penalization of my client backhanded compliment. Pocket your rotten stink bug torn tomatoes and eggs boiled by a lazy heat. Put them in your pocket and leave this courtroom. Leave with the solace that you look so much more refreshed when you wear makeup.
Oh. Oh, man. Just clinging tenaciously to that accent.
So, yeah, barely.
Got a little Nixon-y a couple times. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, I mean, while the material is always great, half of the fun of Molly's Southern Lawyer is just tracking the progression.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think there was as much Arnold this time.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Progress.
Good. Thank you for saying that.
So good, Molly. So good. Hey, that sounded like a backhanded compliment, actually. Thank you, Molly. Actual compliment. Forehanded. Segment 4, it's Angry Poems. Poetry is a misunderstood art. Or, maybe more accurately, it's confusing. Is it supposed to rhyme? If it doesn't, is it still poetry? Do real poets frown upon rhyming poetry? Do people actually call themselves real poets? There's a lot of nuance in poetry, is I think what I'm saying. But probably not. Anyway, now I'm angry, which is helpful for writing angry poems. In Write an Angry Poem About It, our panelists have been tasked with composing an angry poem about the following random stuffs. Kameron Schmid.
Yes.
Whenever, in your time, in due time.
Yeah.
Cameron, let's hear your angry poem about thrice.
Thank you, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
Once is fine. Twice is cool. But thrice ain't a word, tool. Once is great. Twice is rad. But thrice makes me mad. Once is aight. Twice is dope. But thrice killed all my hope. Once is okay, twice is hot. But thrice is definitely not. Once is one, twice is two. Thrice is made of poo. Once is small, twice is bigger. Thrice has my finger on the trigger. Once is awesome, twice is the best. Thrice kicked a baby bird out of the nest. Once rules, twice is the shit. Thrice isn't funny, not even a little bit. Thank you, Jesse.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Direct to the point.
Yep.
Thrice can eat it.
Yeah. Any stab heads will recognize my format for every poem you make me write.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, I just...
But yes.
I used to try to do like a Hamilton thing when you asked me to write poems.
Yeah.
But it's exhausting and like
it's difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I get it.
If I had an extra 6 hours, I could maybe write
try
better
and get the prompts
poems
out earlier. I'll
no,
try.
no. That's not a complaint.
No, I will try. Thank you, Cameron.
Thank you.
So we've heard an angry poem about thrice. Willie Travis, let's hear your angry poem about instant rice.
Hey, wish me luck.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let me tell you, Jesse's a great guy. Great guy.
Oh.
Wants me to do a poem on instant rice. Yeah. Look, I'm sure the only thing instant was I'm sure the only thing that was instant was from your mind to the paper.
Ooh.
Hey, yeah, that'll do, boys. Instant rice. All right, shut her down. The only thing brighter than instant rice is Jesse's pursuing a singing career.
Oh.
Let me tell you. No, but I love the guy. Can't get enough of Jesse. I love him so much, I got him and my wife matching presents, yeah. Identical one-way trips to Abu Dhabi. I love you to death. No, but seriously, instant rice. Don't you just hate when, look, I can't even go through with it. It's just like my marriage all over again. Only difference is the guy holding the shotgun doesn't think I do appropriate things to his daughter. Which, if you've seen my wife, Jessie, you're definitely an Ohio 10. Let me tell you.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Mr. Bryce, what do you...
Get no respect.
No respect at all.
Thank you. Thank you for a little...
What have I done?
Well, you did what was asked of you, and I apologize. Thank you for the Rodney instant rice anger. So, we've heard an angry poem about thrice. We've heard an angry poem about instant rice. Molly Doan, let's hear an angry poem about Bryce.
Great. Hello, my name is Bryce. Yes, isn't that oh so nice? Yes, isn't that oh so kind? One thing about me is that when I need, I can call a cab with my mind.
Okay.
I dig my big hands and squeeze my head glands, and the cab summoning magic I will find. Squeeze hard as I can and squeeze like a man, and that's how I call a cab with my mind. I don't need Lyft or Uber. I don't need a yacht or electric scooter. I don't need a hot air balloon that shines. I just grip and mash my skull. You wouldn't believe all the ladies I pulled, Jesse. Being able to call a cab with my mind. The cab drivers arrive, but always confused. They say, "This is New York. I feel twisted. I feel friggin' used." They don't get the situation they find. They'll never know, and I'll never tell that I called them with my mind. I never hurt them. I let them free after they deliver me to my destination-y. Their bones I do not grind. Things won't end up painful if they respect I'm the Chris Angel of calling cabs with my mind. Thank you, Jesse.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this comes from a bit that Eric and I do about this guy that we used to know named Bryce.
Oh, well.
He would always go like this. We saw him on a street corner one time, and we were like, "I'm calling a cab with my mind." So I just couldn't help it.
Wow. All right. I mean, it makes sense now.
Do you remember this person?
Wait. Do I?
Bryce?
I can't remember.
Have you met Bryce, the guy who can call cabs with his mind?
Apparently I have.
I'm sorry, his mind.
Oh, well, I
I hope
didn't
he's
realize.
nice otherwise, you know.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was accidentally setting you up for finally being able to exercise this character.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.
No, thank you for introducing us to Bryce. Not a direction I thought Bryce would be going, so I appreciate it. Oh, and it's segment 5 already. Oh, guys. That means it's the last one. I'm not just saying that. It's segment 5 already. Oh, only 15 more. No, it's the last segment. Segment 5. Segment 5, it's podcasted. Podcasts are the audio version of pedantic dorks arguing about the nuances of their fandom alone in their dorm rooms. Or they're mighty opportunities for the otherwise voiceless to call attention to important subjects that would otherwise go unnoticed. Or, weirdly, they're both. Podcasts be like that. And in Podcasted, your job is to give us the rundowns or recaps of the podcasts you might hear from these various persons, things, or what have yous on these specific niche subjects. Cameron, I don't know. Let's hear a podcast hosted by the furniture in a thrift store.
Hello and welcome back to Tales from Thrift Town. I'm your host, an armchair that men sit in, fart, and never buy. It's a big weekend here at the store. It's the 7th anniversary week of Lady Bird, which of course filmed some scenes here at Thrift Town. Every year around this time, we get some people into the store who love the film and come as a sort of pilgrimage. Of course, we have never seen the film. We are furniture. But from what we overhear, it's about a talented young woman named Ladybird, whose mom, named Jackie from Roseanne, won't let her shine. Let's take a quick break and introduce our sponsor, Used Golf Clubs. You've been meaning to try a new hobby, And here they are. Used golf clubs. Are they the right height for you? Only one way to find out. Buy some used golf clubs. Welcome back to Tales from Thrift Town. I'm an armchair that men sit in, fart, and never buy. To continue our conversation about Ladybird, I introduce my frequent guest, an ottoman with stuff inside of it. Ottoman, what stands out to you about the people who come here around the same time every year to talk about Ladybird?
Well, armchair, it's got to be the casts on their arms. One assumes that they're fake. But how do you get someone to put a cast on your arm if it's not broken? And even worse, what if these Ladybird devotees are actually breaking their arm?
Concerning questions, Ottoman. Thank you. Time for a word from another sponsor. Used underwear. It's clean, but it'll never feel clean. And maybe that's what you're going for. Buy used underwear. Well, listeners, we've run out of time. I'd like to thank my guest, Ottoman with some stuff inside of it.
You're very welcome, armchair.
Our next episode will be about the thrift store display case. What goes in there, and why? As we wrap up, one more sponsor. Used canes and walking sticks. They all have a backstory, and all of those backstories are sad.
Oh no.
How does a cane get to a thrift store?
There's only one way
Mm-hmm.
a cane gets to a thrift store.
They didn't start walking better.
Those people never upgrade.
Nope.
That's If it doesn't wind up in the box with them, it goes to the thrift store. Ugh. And yes, it's clean,
Yeah.
but it'll never feel clean.
You will always, some underwear you forget where you bought it. You don't forget where you bought the thrift store underwear.
No. I understand, but I can't. Hey, Cameron!
Hi, Jesse.
Thanks for that. Where can people get more Kameron Schmid in their lives?
Head over to Instagram, PUNISCHMID. If I have any comedy or creative stuff, that is where I will plug it. You can also watch Good Day Sacramento from 7 to 11 a.m. Every day of the week. I'm a producer there. And sometimes we do funny stuff, but all the time we cover your area. Bar trivia Tuesdays at Sac City Brews in Tahoe Park, 6:30 p.m. Bar trivia also at the Empress Tavern, March 28th, I believe. Time is not set yet, but I will post about it on my Instagram when that time is set.
Nice.
And then also Stab Comedy. I got first Thursdays. We're doing Poking Around, which is only on the stream because it's the same time as the open mic here, which is not streamed for the benefit of everybody.
Yes.
Everything else.
Awesome. Well, now that I remembered, that's Tuesdays, and I've got my Tuesdays back. I might have to pop in some
Come
Tuesday.
on by.
Have to give it a try.
Come on by.
Been a while since I've pub quizzed.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
5 prizes, that run it's not just the top 5 teams. We give out some fun prizes too.
Well, check it out, and always check out Cameron when he's around. Thank you so much. Good to have you, sir. Willie Travis. You magnificent bastard. Let's see what you've got for your podcast. Oh, yes. Let's hear your recap, roundup, just description, or, let's check out your podcast. It's a podcast from the world of Looney Tunes.
You're listening to Varmint Radio, the roughest, toughest, meanest podcast to ever grace this side of Spotify, Apple Music, and anywhere else you get your podcast from. Mm-hmm. I'm your host, Yosemite Sam, and I'm here with a few special guests here to talk while we hate that rabbit. My first guest up is a self-renowned hunter extraordinaire. He enjoys sunbathing and vacations to Thailand. Elmer Fudd.
It's very nice to be here. And also, I hope you accept this gift, my friend.
Nose hair trimmers. Why you long hat galoot?
And so Yosemite was offended, right? And, then he started to shoot up the place because, he's he needs therapy very much. And but he really didn't realize that Elmer was also strapped, which is a mistake. Yeah. So they shot up the studio, right? Mm-hmm. And Sylvester and Foghorn was there, and they both got popped in the crossfire, which is never good. They were in critical condition, but they're good. They made it out.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, bless them. Sam and Elm didn't make it though. We lost real ones that day.
Oh no! But it took a turn.
But everyone else is good.
Sure. Well, thank you.
My face exploded when I realized you were doing Yosemite Sam.
I thought that was clear, but apparently Cameron wasn't on board.
I was waiting on bated breath to find out who that was. Which Looney Tunes? This is very Macho Man Randy Savage.
It was a mix. I had to make do with
and Molly's Southern lawyer.
Yeah. Well, I was just enthralled by Iron Mike Fudd that you had.
I hope you will accept this gift, my friend.
Yeah, I couldn't not see the face tattoo on your Elmer Fudd. Oh, thank you, Willie. Hey, where can those of the mind get more Willie Travis outside of the very specific confines of this episode of the Stab Show?
You could definitely go to willielisten.com still. That's the thing. Yeah. You can check out what we do there. And you can catch me here sometimes. I want to, be here more on the stage.
Well,
doing jigs.
Want you here as much as we can get you here, Willie.
Yeah.
But
online, some Willie, Instagram.
Yes.
As well. So those are places that I'm at.
All sorts of ways to get Willie Travis. Well, thank you, Willie. Hey, Molly, before you wrap this up, how can people get more Molly Doan where they work in bank?
Yeah. Just wanted to surprise you.
I was surprised by that.
Yeah. Okay. You can just find me on Instagram right now. At Mothman. It's like Mothman and my name mixed together. And if you're into Mothman conspiracies, feel free to send me a DM. I think he's real. The truth is out there.
Sure.
And other than that, I'm bopping around LA doing improv and character stuff, and it's a good time. So, yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear you are out and about and doing stuff. Good.
Sure.
Well, Molly. Huh? What?
I'm out there tooting and booting.
Good. That's good to know. Molly Doan, let's wrap up this program. Let's hear your rundown, recap of your podcast, a show titled Mitch, Please.
Have you ever had a friend? A best friend? A friend so dope and who has the funniest jokes, but he doesn't come out with his boys anymore? I have that friend. His name is Mitch. His name is Mitch. His name is Mitch. I'm Tyler. I'm Skylar. And I'm Stinky Donnie. We're Mitch's friends. We're Mitch's friends. We're Mitch's friends. Coming soon to Spotify. Mitch, Please. A podcast that follows us, three of Mitch's friends, trying to get our cool friend Mitch to come out. He never comes out with us anymore. It sucks. So we started this podcast. Hopefully he's listening. Yeah, hopefully he gives it a listen. We've been buddies with Mitch since high school, through college, through working at Big Dumb Truck Valet, through our first careers where we all got jobs as plastic junk salesmen. You see, Mitch is our coolest friend. He's the best. Yeah, he's fucking tight. But something's changed. He switched jobs, married a fine-ass lady named Laura, and hasn't come out with his boys for a while. That's right. He hasn't hung in the hung house with his hung boys in a long time, and we miss him. So if you're listening, Mitch, please come out with your boys. Just come out for like a beer or two or 20. But don't worry, this podcast isn't all for Mitch. We have other fun segments such as Mitch Fun Facts. Did you know that Mitch was a strawberry blonde as a child, or that he's eaten an entire ostrich egg? That's cool. That's awesome. That's a big egg.
Mitch memories. Do you guys remember when we did karaoke for charity and Mitch sang all the lyrics to It Wasn't Me by Shaggy perfectly? He raised over $3,000 for kids with bad glasses. Oh, Mitch is the man. And what's Mitch been up to, according to his Facebook and his fine wife Laura's Facebook? She's not only fine, but really nice and added us all as Facebook friends. So we see that he's got a dog, and him and his wife Laura just had a baby. So the baby and the dog are going to grow up together, and that's just going to be beautiful. That's going to be really great. That's going to be so beautiful. But we still want Mitch to come out. So please, Mitch, come out. Bring the baby. I'm sure he's down with the chive. We're his godfathers, after all, right? Yeah. But things hit an emotional high mid-season. I mean, is it us? He hasn't talked to us in almost a year. Mitch doesn't text back to the group chat. I mean, we all send him so many links. We text him so many links, and he never responds. And the links, maybe the linked videos, they're too short. Do you think links of even longer YouTube videos about stuff he's never shown interest in will help? Like, should they be over 10-minute links? I'm sure he wants that. Maybe I'm projecting as a writer right now. Yeah, every video that we send should be over 10 minutes. He definitely wants to watch that. Maybe, just maybe if we send him the right video link, he'll come out. Spill some beer on people like old times. Spill beer on pool tables, too. Yeah, we destroy those pool tables and steal the billiard balls. Mitch, please, coming to Spotify soon. Soon as we can get Mitch to come over and help, since he's the only one who knows how to do this cool tech stuff. But when he does, our first episode includes a special guest who believes that if we can get Mitch into a cab, they could bring us Mitch with his mind. Thank you.
God damn it. Oh, and Stab is over. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and of course a very special thank you to our incredible panel, Kameron Schmid, Willie Travis, and Molly Doan. Hey, howdy, that was fun, right? And the only way it could be more fun is if you were watching it live as it happens. Well, there's two ways you can do that. In person at Stab Comedy Theater or on Stab TV from the comfort of your own home. Both ways, Friday nights at 7:30. Or, if you'd like this and 389 other episodes of The Stab Show in your dang pocket, just subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts, be it Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or the Good Pods app. But that's all we've got for you tonight. So until next time, I've been your host, Jesse Jones, saying try something new this week, or try something old again twice, whichever. Good night. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for sticking it out. Thank you. Hope you had a good time. We've got a show at 9 if you want to continue your night, but that was already a lot. So hope to see you again. Have a good night. Good job, guys. Good job, Molly.
Ooh,
Fun
good job,
stuffs as usual. Yeah, we always wind up in this place of, do I just put a 22-minute pre-show up on the stream? I think so. There's no point in stopping down at this point. If it's a half hour or more, we stop down.
Yeah.
But
You have
we're
good
gonna.
pre-show music.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, good stuff, guys. I'll probably be bothering you again very soon
I would love it.
to get you booked already again.
Please.
I'll let your boy.
Yeah, definitely will. Well, awesome, Molly. Good. Oh, you're over there. I can look at the camera that Molly's on now. I'm not up at the screen. She can't see me looking at her on the screen. Good to see you.
I mean, I still can't see you. It's still, you're headless.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's not the best angle. It's just something so that you can see most
Hey,
everybody.
it's a great angle. Don't
All
say
right.
that.
Well, that might be Buddy or somebody. Either way, I gotta go up front. So, thank you guys. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Molly.
Dr. Buddy Love will begin in about 21 minutes. So if you want to stick around in the stream, you want to tell like 40 friends, go ahead and do that. And we'll see you here. Dr. Buddy Love, beginning at 9 o'clock. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.
Listen, girl, I'm not like all these other fellas. It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart. You try to scream, oh, but terror takes a sound before you make it. Yeah, you start to freeze as horror looks you right between your eyes. You're paralyzed, cause this is Thriller night, and no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know it's Thriller night. You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller tonight. Hey ladies.
Yeah, no, that was a well-timed episode. I'm not complaining.
You hear the door
You did it well.
slam
Nailed it.
and realize there's nowhere left to run. Oh, you feel the cold hand and wonder if you'll ever see the sun. You close your eyes and hope that this is just imagination, girl. But all the while, you hear a creature creeping up behind. Oh, you're out of time. Oh, this is Thriller night, and there ain't no second chance against a thing with 40 eyes. This is Thriller night. You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller tonight. Oh, night creatures call, and the dead start to dance in their masquerade. Oh, there's no escaping the jaws of the alien this time. Open wide, it's the end of your life. Oh. This is Thriller night. Oh, I can thrill you more than any ghoul would ever try. This is Thriller night. So let me hold you tight and share up Thriller. This is Thriller. Oh, Thriller tonight. Girl, I can thrill you more than any ghoul would ever try. This is Thriller. This is Thriller. Oh, Thriller tonight. Girl, let me hold you tight inside of Thriller killer. Thriller killer chiller. I fulfill you, girl. I'll be your thriller tonight. Let me be your thriller, baby.
Crazy, but that's how it goes. Millions of people living as foes. Maybe it's not too late to learn how to love and forget how to hate. Mental wounds not healing, life's a bitter shame. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I've listened to preachers, I've listened to fools. I watched all the dropouts who make their own rules. One person conditioned to rule and control. Hey, and the media sells it. Oh, and you play the role. Oh, mental wounds not healing. Life's a bitter That's what we've become. Inherited trouble. I'm mentally numb. Oh, crazy. I just cannot bear. Hey, I'm living with something. Oh, that just isn't fair. Oh, mental wounds not healing. Who and what's to blame? Going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. On a crazy train. Crazy train. On a crazy train. The put on, the put on, the put on.
And we can't stop.
And we won't stop. Red cups and sweaty bodies everywhere. Hands in the air like we don't care. 'Cause we came to have so much fun now. But somebody here might get some now. And if you ain't ready to go home, can I get a hell no? 'Cause we gonna go all night till we see satellite. Alright, so la-da-di-da-di. We like to party, dancing with Miley, doing whatever we want. This is our house, this is our rules, and we can't stop, and we won't stop. Can you see it's we who own the night? Can you see it's we who bow the light? And we can't stop, and we won't stop. We run things don't run. We don't take nothing from nobody. Yeah, it's our party, we can do what we want. It's our party, we can say what we want. It's our party, we can love who we want. We can kiss who we want. We can live how we want. See my homegirls here with the big butt, shaking it like we at a strip club. Remember, only God can judge you. Forget the haters, 'cause Scott Bradley loves ya. And everyone in line for the bathroom, trying to get a line in a bathroom. We are so turned up, so turned up. Yeah, yeah. So la-da-di-da-di. I like to party, dancing with Miley, doing whatever we want. This is our house, this is our rules, and we can't stop, and we won't stop. Can you see it's we who own the night? Can you see it's we who found that life? And we can't stop, and we won't stop. We run things don't run. We don't take nothing from nobody. Yeah, it's our party, we can do what we want. It's our party, we can say what we want. And it's our party, we can love who we want. We can kiss who we want. We can live how we want. It's our party, we can do what we want to. It's our house, we can love who we want to. Love who we want. song, we can sing if we want. It's my mouth, I can say what I want to, yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh. And we can't stop, we can't stop, we won't stop, we won't stop. Can you see it's we who own the night? Can you see it's we who buy the light? And we can't stop, we can't stop, we won't stop, we won't stop. We run things, things don't run. We don't take nothing from nobody. Yeah, yeah. It's our party, we can do what we want. It's our party, we can say what we want. It's our party, we can love who we want. We can kiss who we want. We can live how we want.
Today is gonna be the day that you're gonna throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you got to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. About you now. Backbeat, the wood is on the street, that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had it down. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. About you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding. And all the lights that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. I don't know how. 'Cause maybe, oh, you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, oh, you're my wonderwall. Wonderwall. Let me tell you that today is gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. You know. And all the roads we have to walk are winding. And all the lights that light the way are blinding. Oh, 'cause there are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Oh, I don't know how. But maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. Baby, let me tell you that maybe, you're gonna be the one that saves me, saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. Tell me, Ryan, you're my wonderwall.
dues. Time after time, I've done my sentences, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my share of sand kicked in my face, but I've come through. On and on and on and on. 'Cause we
welcome to the Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for the Dr. Buddy Love Show. Please welcome to the stage Dr. Buddy Love.
Thank you, Sacramento, for that warm welcome. You guys are the best. Thank you guys for coming out to the Dr. Buddy Love Show. I don't know why I put this over here. You know, just nervous energy as it goes. Thank you guys for coming out. I am Buddy, the doctor, as it were. My therapist does tell me that legally I have to tell you guys that I am not a legal doctor. But he's not fun, so that's the last time we'll speak of him tonight. So, show you guys are out tonight. This is the Dr. Buddy Love Show. This is Sacramento's first and only sex-positive comedy show. I mean, they talk about wieners and stuff at other shows, but it's not professional. No, so the reason I started this show is mainly for who we donate to. So every one of your guys' donations go to a charity every month. I've worked with plenty in the past, the LGBT Center here in Sacramento. This one tonight is one of our main people that we donate to every month is Planned Parenthood. So Planned Parenthood of Sacramento, thank you guys. You guys are amazing. We appreciate you guys. They have done so much for me as a reckless 20-something-year-old. So I appreciate... Exactly. So I appreciate giving back to them in any way I can. And the other, exactly, and I always encourage people, if you guys are watching online, please donate as much as possible. It's a great way to help out. They help out over 1 million people each year. It's kind of awesome. The other thing you guys are here for is Dr. Buddy. I've been doing comedy now for about 5 years. And about that time is when most comics start to get ready to record an album, which I'm doing, not tonight, but I've been working on it for a few months now, and I've been working really, really hard, and a lot of this stuff is what's going to go into there. A lot of these are stories about my childhood, things and people I've had sex with, places I've been, people I've met, and just wonderful stories that have happened to me throughout the years. And on top of that, we're going to do some sex facts that I've learned as a sex therapist in my mind. And then at the very end, there's going to be like a Ask Dr. Buddy section where you guys can ask whatever you want. It could be about the set. It could be about my life. It could be about sex, relationships. After a couple of these White Claws, I'm going to want to give everyone advice, so just feel free. But yeah, that's what this is. I've been working really, really hard, and I've been preparing for this adventure. And so in that time, I've been like, you know what? Let's work out the stories while also telling about, you know, times I've had sex, because, you know, I'm at that age where who knows how much more I'll have. Woo, woo! No, honestly, so a couple of sex facts. We'll get to that part now. A couple of sex facts I want to teach you guys. Do you guys know how many people it takes to make an orgy? There's a number. Yeah, it's higher than that. Higher. It's 10. That's 10. Anything less than that is a sum, a 9 sum, an 8 sum, a 7 sum, which is fun information that we all now know. Not so fun when I'm in a group text with 8 of my other coworkers, and I'm like, guys, did you know if we had one more person, we could have an orgy? I have a meeting with HR on Monday. I don't think that they're related. It's okay. I also found out, and ladies here will attest to this, a man definitely invented the pockets in women's pants. I don't know if you guys knew this. Because, it's terrible. It's because they couldn't let women know that anything goes deeper than an inch. Yeah. Doesn't go deeper than that. Nothing does. My partner, she likes that one a lot. No, it's okay. Did you know? White Claws, baby. Cheers. There we go. Did you guys know that there is a law in the big state of Texas that says that nobody is allowed to own more than 6 sex toys. It's a crime. Yeah. It's weird that that's the exact number that can fit into a 6-shooter, though. Texas, you got some explaining to do. How do you guys get off? You guys don't like Texas? I don't either. Here's the last fact I have for you guys, and this one's true, and I think that because this audience is mostly ladies, that you guys can all agree with me when I say, did you guys know that the female orgasm lasts 3 times longer than the male orgasm? That's a fact, which I think everyone in this room can agree is fair compensation for the wage gap. No? Thank you guys for being the one audience who doesn't laugh at that. I usually have to explain, you should go home and hug your mothers after that one. No, it's true though. It's true. And that's why I explain to my partner every time when I come early. I'm like, hey, yours is going to last longer if it ever happens. So she's watching at home and I love you. Oh. All right, you guys. So, it's Friday. It's been a long week for a lot of us, probably. Most comedians will come up here and they'll ask you, how's everyone doing? And then you guys are supposed to reply, wonderful. And then we all lie about it, right? Anyone here had a bad week? Anybody? Yeah, me too. I got into my first physical fight since my college days. Too long ago. And I want you guys to know that throwing kicks in skinny jeans has not gotten easier since my 20s. No, I got attacked by what I can only describe as a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater villain. You guys are getting the vibes. It was just basically think of Bam Margera. And he comes at me with a skateboard, and he's attacking me. And, he's got a skateboard, and he's got Janko jeans, so he's got free range of motion. And I was able to stop the skateboard with my hands, but with my skinny jeans, I had no way to defend myself. So this crackhead just starts windmill kicking the shit out of me. And I'm thinking, is this how I go out? Is this the end for me? And then something magical happens, you guys. I fall to the ground and my pants split. And now I have free range of motion. So I hulk up, I kick this man in the chest, and I scream, "This is Sparta!" And it's at that exact moment that I remember I don't like to wear underwear with my skinny jeans. I'm a chafer. And I've just now sexually assaulted this unhoused man. And I can't be doing that at my age, which is undisclosed. Thank you. I think I say it later in the show. Cheers. You guys, like I said, I'm partnered up, and I don't know if you guys could tell by my wonderful complexion, but I did just come back from a trip to Mexico. Thank you. Don't get it wrong. I don't have go to Mexico money even. That is my very, very wonderful partner. I love you, baby. She took me. This is her jacket too, I think. Yes, a goddamn queen. Absolutely. Here's the thing, though. I don't know if you guys know that going to and from Mexico is a lot of trip. It's a lot of airplanes. It's a lot of different stops. And there and back, there was 4 stops with the plane. And for some reason, 4 random searches for yours truly. I don't know, something about my look maybe. What they kept telling me was that something in my crotch region was setting off the alarm because it was too hot. Right? And I hear a lot of women talk about how they have bomb pussy. And as a man, I've always been very jealous. But now I'm just really glad that I have domestic terrorism dick. So does she. I love you, baby. Oh, no, that's terrible. But it's true. And who here grew up on Looney Tunes? Anybody else? Yeah. It's really weird that the Looney Tunes have become my life. Like, they're the most realistic thing from my childhood that has come over. I mean, I think about it, and I think about how, honestly, to me, Bugs Bunny is just me. I mean, it's true. He's the smartest guy in the room. He's very humble. And just like me in college, he dresses up sometimes like a lady to upset old creepy men. Own it. That's what. I also think it's funny that the Roadrunner is just basically the government. If you think about it, we're Wile E. Coyote. And they always seem to get away with it. For some reason, Wile E. Coyote is always the one who gets caught in the trap, even though we know what the trap is and we set the trap for him some time ago. I don't know. It's pretty sad. And on sadness, did you guys know that you can break your penis? You didn't do the research? This guy knows, and he just got uncomfortable. You can. It's terrible. And it happened to me. And I don't know if you guys know this, but the cast that they have to put on you for a broken penis, yeah, there's a cast. Have you guys... Big enough to be noticeable, but it looks like... you guys seen one of those dog cones that the dogs wear to not lick themselves? But, like, reverse that. Like, and it's made out of paper mache, so just think you're, like, 6th grade volcano with a swollen penis in there. Anyways, that's what it looked like. And it happened to me because one day in high school, I was with a girl, and her parents had the genius idea of, oh, we know how to stop them from having sex. They can stay the night at our house, but they have to spend the night together on the front room couch. So besides learning that her parents have a very bland sex life, we got to work that night, as teenagers do. And as we're fooling around, of course, I get an erection, and on a tiny couch, things can happen. And she thought at that idea, to be cute, because we were children, that it would be funny to tickle me. I'm a very ticklish boy. I don't know if you can tell by my jolly good looks. But I'm a very ticklish boy, and at some point during her tickle attack, I fall off the couch. Face first. Teenage boner first. All I hear is a loud pop. And I jump up and I scream bloody murder. I run down the hall to this young girl's bathroom to try to figure out what has happened to me. And it's at that moment, because of my screams, her parents are now awake. And now I have my girlfriend and her parents knocking on my door, or knocking on the bathroom door asking, "Young man, what's going on? Are you okay?" And I was a teenager. I was scared. I didn't want to tell this man that my penis was broken and it was his daughter that caused the injury. So I did what any rational person would do. I jumped out their bathroom, got in my car, and drove home. Because I didn't know how to look a doctor in the eye and also tell them that I had just broken my penis. I think it's swollen. I can't tell. So what I did was I went home, woke my poor grandma up, explained to her the situation, and she had to drive me to the hospital to get my volcano penis cast. I don't know about you guys, but it was very hard to hide like boners in school for boys just in general. But at 15 years old with a cast that looks like a half erection at all times, my grandma was not going to let me miss school. So for 2 weeks I had to hide it, and every time she would come by, I would just say, I had missed my grandma. I was so sad. And I never told her that she had broken my penis. Truth be told, later in our lives, we met back up and got married. We'll explain that in a little bit. Dead ass. It doesn't end well. I told you guys, I got a new partner who's, anyways, we'll explain it later. Exactly. It does get interesting. I don't know if you guys could tell by looking at me. The nails, the look, everything. But I did lose my virginity at a theater competition. Oh, shit. It happened. Right here in Sac. Right here in the great state, or the great city of Sacramento. I lost my virginity at a theater camp, senior year in high school. Greatest couple of seconds of my life. So I was at this theater competition, and I don't know, like I said, I was in theater. I was a star, if you couldn't tell. And so I didn't just hang out with the noobs who were into theater for no good reason. No, I had a pass that could get anywhere in this competition because I was a star. And at this college, Sacramento State, there were a bunch of college girls there, and none of them could tell the difference between a 18 or 19-year-old and a 16 or a 17-year-old. And I wasn't going to tell them. So when this group of kids invited me to go do drugs with them, I thought, fuck yeah, I finally made it. So these kids tell me, meet us at the library when everything's done. And I was like, cool. This is where the cool kids meet to do drugs, is the library. And so I go to the library at Sacramento State, and nobody's there. Upset. But I don't know if you guys know this. Anyone here go to Sac State? Anyone here? Yeah? Yeah? You guys know what the library is? Yeah. So as I'm walking to my car, dejected, they come back from the library, very drunk. And they were like, hey, why weren't you there? And I was like, I was there. Must have missed me. And they were like, let's go do these drugs. So we go on to these train tracks, and we're doing drugs. Like, you know. What kind of drugs? Cocaine. That was the only drug that they had. That, weed, and alcohol. All they had. But anyways, we're doing this drugs. And at one point, one of the girls grabs the blanket that some of them are sitting on, and she walks to the other side of the tracks. And at that point, all of her friends are like, hey, she's waiting for you. And I'm like, really? Oh, my God, this is amazing. So I go over there, and there she is, pants off in the gravel on this blanket. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's time. And I proceed to give her the best 23 seconds that 17-year-old me could muster up. And I had thought that I had done really well until I started hearing snickering from her friends on the other side of the hill. And as I could hear them make jokes about the lovemaking session that we just had, I got scared. So I leaped up from my position, and I ran across. And as I'm running, I was like, I can't let them win. I can't let these bullies defeat me tonight. So I did the only thing that I could do. I turned back around, and I screamed, guess what? You're a pedophile. Have a good night. And I ran away. I don't know what happened to that girl, but I'm hoping she had a good life after that. It is accurate. It is very accurate. And something that shouldn't have been a surprise to me or anybody in my life, but ultimately is the fact that I'm a bisexual man. You guys probably could have told by the fingernails and the look. Yeah. What? No. No, not the theater kid. That's the queer theater kid. So, part of coming out in my 30s, though, was the fact that a lot of people in my life probably should have figured it out a long time ago. I mean, my first crushes were Cher and B. Arthur. I mean, Grandma should have figured that one out. All my favorite love song... B. Arthur. B. Arthur? B. Arthur tattooed on the arm. Dime piece up until the day she was gone, a queen. I love it. But all my favorite love songs are from musicals. And of course, my favorite Power Ranger is Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger, the sexiest of all Power Rangers. All I'm saying is somebody should have probably figured it out long before some pretty young girl convinced me to have a threesome with another man. And halfway through, I was all like, hey, this isn't so bad. It's truth. And that's what we're here to talk about. But I'll be honest with you guys. There is something that I do have to admit is that before coming out, I didn't believe women. And that silence is warranted. It is. The thing is, they would tell me these horrible stories, and I would be like, not my boys. Not the Axe body spray gang. Not Chad and the dudes. But then something happened, you guys. The moment I changed my dating profiles to dating both men and women, the number of buttholes and penises that have been sent to me in photographic and video form without my consent should honestly be looked at by a government organization. Turns out it was Chad and the boys. Honestly, the last message before I gave up on it all was from a blank profile very early in the morning, and all it said was, hey, long hair, do you like your asshole licked? So I replied, I said, sir, it is 6 o'clock in the morning. Could you at least ask me my name first? And of course I do. Where are you? Anyways, I do have something controversial to talk about. Yeah, no, nothing else has been controversial, and nothing else afterwards will be controversial, hopefully. But this one is, and it's something I've noticed through my time at bars being alone. Have the non-binaries become the new fuckboys? Hear me out. It's true. The other day, I was at a bar, minding my own business on a Tuesday, as you do as an adult. And I'm just drinking away, work and stuff. And one of these top surgery tomboys just comes barreling into me. And they yell, hey, let me pet your hair. I was scared, as anyone would be. So I said, no, thank you. I have a girlfriend. And at that point, they leaned in and they said, hey, I didn't ask to suck your dick, faggot. I said, let me pet your hair. Exactly. I was stunned silence. I was terrified. I didn't know what to do. And it was at that moment that they decided to lean in, pet my hair, and whisper in my ear our little secret. Who the fuck does that? Fuck boys. I told you. They're ex-husband. Yeah. That's terrible. That's terrible. But yes, it's a true. Exactly. I told my partner that, and she said, grow up. It happens every time. I'm like, wow. It messed me up, though. It did. Thank you. So, as I said earlier, the woman who broke my penis also decided to marry me. She made a lot of bad choices in life. It's the least she could do, honestly. But we were 18 when we got married. And I don't know if you guys know this. When you get married that young and that dumb, things happen, and you get divorced very young. So we got divorced, and she ran off to Arizona State with some hot young Axe body spray can come to life. And I thought, good riddance. I'm happy for you. Never have to see you again. I'll just watch my favorite pornos. Everything will be fine. I'm a grown adult. Then one day, I'm scrolling through one of those favorite porn sites of mine. You get that bag of chips. Go ahead. You need snacks? Go get snacks. All right. So I'm scrolling through these thumbnails on this porn site. For some reason, a very familiar pair of ass cheeks pops up. And they're wearing an Arizona State beanie cap. And I think to myself, there's no way, there's no how that this could be happening to me. But I had to click the video. Of course, I was curious. And there she was. It's true. I can give the video out. You know what? We'll see how the White Claws treat me. I might say the name. You know what? Actually. Anyways. She, in this video, in this wonderful movie, this cinematic world, is my ex-wife, along with two much hotter college women. Now, my ex-wife was a beautiful woman, probably, but she cheated on me and left me. So in this story, she's an ugly troll. Thank you. And because of that, she's with these two much hotter college women and these two guys or whatever. And they're playing a game, but not just any game. They're playing flip cups, but not any flip cups, strip flip cup. The sluttiest of all flip cups. And as the video goes on, because I had to watch, we see all parties start to lose their clothes, as you do. And the girls start making out with each other, and the boys are hooting and hollering, as all college pornos do. And as the video goes on, it starts to get hotter and heavier. And we see the two boys with the two much hotter women in the video just having ravaging sex. And it keeps going on, and none of us have noticed that my ex-wife is no longer in the screen. And eventually, everyone, including myself and those on the screen, come to a climax. And it's at that point the actors on the screen burst into laughter as the video pans over to the bed next to them to find my ex-wife completely asleep and completely unfucked. And I don't know, you guys, something about watching that video over and over and over again makes me feel good knowing that her sex life had not changed since our dating. Poor her. No, not poor her. She's a crackhead now. Yeah. Not poor her. She's a crackhead now. And much worse than an ex who's a crackhead is an ex who's a cop now. Different ex. Different ex. Listen, I told you guys. So, we're divorced. She's gone. She's a crackhead. Now, I did have a different ex who did become a cop. And it could happen to you guys, too. It's true. I should have saw the signs, though, to be honest with you guys, because her favorite activity was getting drunk and punching me in the face. That's how you know. That's how you know. If your partner looks very punchable, I don't know. That's what I was told. Anyways. Thank you. I needed that, actually. No. Speaking of porno, I accidentally did a porn once. Yeah. That one I actually don't know how to find, and that's part of the story. You see, in my 20s, like I said, I had a lot of free time, and I did a lot of fun things, and there was a lot of women who were generous enough to sleep with me. Give it up for the generosity of women. It is National Women's Day. Give it up for the generosity of women. And, yeah. So one of my ex-partners, she did sex work on the side, and what she liked to do was what she called boy-girl fantasy role-play videos. And as you guys know, as I've said before, I'm an actor. So one night she invites me over, and she says, I've got a costume for you, and I've got a camera. And for me, there is no bad roles. So I show up to her house, And she's dressed in what can only be described as sexy anime girl costume, complete with inflatable breasts bigger than hers, very fake waist stuff, and just the skimpiest skirt I've ever seen in my life. And for me, so let me tell you what the character description was, because that'll explain the clothing that she gave me. You see, she had my character as Ugly Virgin. So my costume was just a Joe Rogan shirt and a Monster Energy trucker hat. And listen, like I said, I am an actor, and no roles are bad roles, but I was like, I do kind of have respect for myself. Oh, long ago. 2 jokes ago, I would say. But for her, for me, I thought this was just, like maybe for us, I didn't know that it was going to be on screen one day. I didn't know it was going to be online on her professional website. So when she said action go, I got really into it. I said, "Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for having sex with me." And I thought that would be the end of it. We had sex. There goes my whole life. We had sex, which good for her for having sex with me. And then afterwards, we depart, and I don't hear from her ever again, oddly enough. But a couple weeks go by, and I do get a Venmo from her. It was $50. Hey, you know what? That's the most I've ever been paid to have sex with somebody. So right? Usually you're the one paying for it, or it's like, everybody pays for sex in the end, is what I found out. But what really messed me up is the note, because when I came over and we were talking about it, I thought that it would be fun to come up with like a cool porn nickname for myself. And I thought that would never be said out loud or put on any notes publicly for anyone in the world to ever see again. But her note to me was, "Thanks, Ron Van Dickmaster." Thank you. Thank you. It was a workshopping name that I had to come up with at the last moment. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. Cheers. We're getting to that part. We're getting to the end. Thank you, guys. Cheers one more again. Yeah. We're all waiting for you. It's okay. That's okay. There's also an Ask the Doctor questionnaire afterwards. You guys can ask all the questions you want. Good. Good. That's what makes the show fun. So, this last joke, I've always called my favorite porno. And I want to tell you guys about my favorite porno, and it's not Flip Cups and Shenanigans, which is the name of the video if you want to check it out later, of my ex-wife. Flip Cups and Shenanigans. Oh, now the internet knows. Like I said, she's a crackhead. Anyways, so this is not about that porno. This is about another porno. This is about my favorite porno. And it's also a story about my grandmother. Whoa, Sacramento. This is wholesome, in my mind, I guess. Anyways, so I was raised by my dear old granny because my dad liked to play a game of see how long I can stay in prison. Yeah, my dad was a jailbird through and through. He is what the California three-strike rule was invented for, my father. And because of this, I was raised by my lovely grandma. But the last time my dad did go to prison, he was kind enough to leave me a present, as one father does. That present, of course, being a shopping bag filled with pornography, both in VHS and DVD form, just to age myself a little bit. Yes. I run all of these by my therapist beforehand. Yeah. She's just as upset as everyone else. Anyways, but you know, of that wonderful cornucopia of videos that my father left me, there was one VHS that caught young 12-year-old Buddy's heart. It was a little movie called Max World 8. It was about an older gray-haired gentleman who drove around in a dirty, old, disgusting gray van, and in every town he would go to, there would just be some hot young woman ready to fuck him. We'll get to that. And for 12-year-old me, I want you guys to know that that was the dream. And at 35, that dream is not shifted as far as it probably should have. But one day I was coming home from school, and my grandma had the movie freshly plucked from my VHS player. She wanted to put all the VHS away and move on to the wonderful world of DVD. She hands the movie to my sibling, and she says, "Put this in the cartoon section." And at that moment, I could have shut my mouth. They would have put it away. Nobody would have known the difference. But I was such a fan of that film, you guys. I had to speak up. I said, no, Grandma, that's not a cartoon. She snapped back at me. She said, "Yes, it is. It's that stupid superhero rat." I said, "No, that's Mighty Mouse, and that's not a cartoon." We argued back and forth for a little bit, and eventually my grandma hands the movie to my sibling, and she says, "Put it in the VHS player and prove him wrong." Now the next few moments only took a few seconds, but I want you guys to know that they felt like a lifetime, because I knew exactly two things. One, that was not a cartoon. And two, because of my rabid fandom of that film, I knew exactly which scene was literally about to come on the screen. Get it? Yeah. Max has just met young Rebecca in the hot Arizona sun. She's a young 27-year-old Asian American woman looking for two things: ice cold water to cool off and a hot cock to warm right back up. It was a line from the film. I tell you guys, I was a fan. I memorized it. So the movie comes on, and there it is. Max has just got young Rebecca bent over his dirty, disgusting sink, and he's just giving it to her. And it's at that moment, out of the corner of my eye, I see my tiny, gray-haired, 60-year-old little grandma fly across the room. She plucks the movie from the VHS player, turns around, and with Tom Brady accuracy, throws it across the room and screams, "I guess it's not a cartoon!" See, I told you it was wholesome, you guys. So wholesome. Okay, so thank you guys for going through that. Thank you for going through that traumatic experience with all of us tonight. There is this part of the show where I answer any kind of questions you guys got. Dating questions, life questions, questions about my set, questions about videos I've been in or seen, or a playlist of videos that I like. Just ask away. Anybody? Anybody got a question about me? I guys have told you guys my whole life. What's up? First time I had sex with a guy. This was a college thing. So I went back to college in my 30s to get my master's degree. And my roommate was like a really buff gay guy. And he would walk around the room with next to nothing on. And one night I was like, hey, do you want your dick sucked? And we've been best friends ever since. That's how lifelong friendships start, actually. No, yeah, that's honestly true. Yeah, it happened for me in college. Did it hurt? No, it doesn't hurt. Traumatized? All right. Any other questions? Anybody? Anybody got anything for me? How long have I been with my girlfriend? Almost 2 years. 2 years. I usually wear the link. I already said the link for the video is Flip Cups and Shenanigans. I don't know if I can show her. She's a politician. Oh, you know what? I got her as my. There we go. There she goes. I love you, babe. You know what? She loves it because that means that she can get me out of the house anytime she wants to just do whatever she wants. Last night I was like, hey, let's stay in and watch a movie. She was like, you should really go to an open mic. She's like, yeah, she is. She's also rewatching Gilmore Girls, so I think that has something to do with it. But yeah, no, she's wonderful. I love you, babe. She probably passed out by now. She has to hear my voice way too often, so she's probably passed out by now. Any other questions? How long have I been out? Yeah, since I was 30, so 5 years now. Yeah, very baby. The funniest thing is I have a very conservative uncle, and he has been to many of my comedy shows. And my favorite thing is every time I do my queer jokes, he always brings me aside, and he's always like, it's very funny that you do this pretend gay character. He goes, it's almost believable. I'm like, do I have to send him a video of me like fully sucking a cock for him to understand? He would probably go, that's a good gag. Yeah. She honestly, like I said, she is a crackhead now. Dead ass. No kids, but she is married. I don't know where she is. I haven't seen her for many years, but her. Huh? No, I will. Yes, we Elk Grove, Sacramento's the same thing. But yeah, we both grew up together. It is very funny. My best friend and her best friend have been married for, I don't know, since a year after us. So they've been married for 15 years or so. So the only updates I ever get on my ex-wife is from them. And the last one was that she is indeed a crackhead and lives in a trailer park with, I think the guy is 70 years old. Yeah. But apparently he's got good meth, so, good for her, I guess. I don't know. It's very funny, though. Just like, I'm dating a politician who lets me go do this for a living, and she's doing crack. She does. She loves me. Supporting queen. She also lets me go to Six Flags all the time by myself. And listen, it could be sad, or the fact that I'm a single rider means that I get on any ride earlier than everyone else, and I get to ride by myself, and it's way fun. Roller coasters. I'll hit up a grinder or whatever now and again. Yeah. What's that? What is your number one thing? Like, you're going on your X videos. You know what? Lately I've been getting into, since my lady is a bigger woman. More to love. I'm gonna call her out a little bit. She has introduced me to big girl lesbian porn.
All day, every day.
Primo shit. It's the best thing ever. It's literally exactly. I love this crowd. I thank you guys so much. This is exactly what I've always envisioned this show being. So thank you guys. Huh? I do what all the time? No, I actually don't. Last month, no offense to you, sirs. I love that you guys are out here. Last month was the first month that I've ever done this that I had an all-male audience, and it was uncomfortable for all of us while I was talking about my penis. So, it's a lot. This crowd, I used to do this show a little differently. I used to have other comedians come up, and it became a part where I had to stop bringing up other male comedians, because when you bring up a male comedian and you tell them, hey, why don't you tell some stories about sex or some fun sex stories, and I'm guilty of this too. I told you guys all about my penis and my favorite pornos, but most men think of it as a challenge, and they just want to tell you all the people that they've ever slept with and all the disgusting things that they've ever done to these people. Whereas I find that women, when they talk about sex, they talk about it like it's a natural thing that happens. And that was kind of the reason why I started this show, was to just like, hey, let's all talk about it. And so if you guys ever do come back, this will be the last time I think that I'm doing just by myself. I'm going to bring some people back. No, I'm going to be here every month. I'm here every month. But I'm going to have some guests, some wonderful, probably female comedian guests, if you guys want to come see them. I always encourage you guys, if you guys have never, if this is your first time at Stab, second or third or fourth, whatever it is, please come out to Stab like every weekend that you're free, because guess what? This isn't the only crazy-ass show they got going on. Tomorrow they've got one of my favorite shows ever, Scene Kids. It's literally improv meets acting. They have weird comedy all the time, Comedy Yacht Club. If you check the schedule that's usually on the screens or on the website, there's all kinds of crazy shows that you guys should be coming to see. I'm not the only weirdo here that Stab allows on the stage, but I do hope that you guys come back for next month. I have some amazing guests that I have lined up, and I hope you guys had a good night, because this was a lot of fun for me. I honestly admit it, and I don't care who's watching. This is the best crowd I've ever had for this show. You guys are wonderful. Give it up for yourselves. And you guys having a wonderful night.
Yeah. Chugging White Claws, it's difficult because they're carbonated. It's very difficult. It's difficult. Thank you guys for coming out. That is the end of the programming for this evening. But we've got stuff going on Thursdays through Sundays, live in person, and we stream everything we do 6 nights a week. Check out stabcomedytheater.com for our full calendar of events. Tomorrow, One Fall Improv at 8, Scene Kids at 9, and the Stab Jam at 10. Hope to see you. Have a good night. Get home safe.